Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Saad's Football Corner. Is that how the intro goes? That's how the intro goes, right? And welcome
Doing
back
well.
to Saad's Football Corner. We are back with the Quota Pod guys with another stream,
Another
another
show,
show,
another
another
video.
video on the
Yeah.
channel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the only
Uh,
difference is, TK, you haven't got the toilet tissue in your cupboard.
yeah. I don't have a cupboard at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's an empty background, bro. I just have the chair, bro. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll put toilet paper on there next time. You know what I'm saying? To make it more immersive. But we're back, guys, with the Quota Pod. Apologies for last week. There were some difficulties and we couldn't see the show. You have seen the community post of Saad, but we are back this week with the Quota Pod. We are going to speak about some, in my opinion, some great news. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot to speak about. We've missed a lot. And we're going to end the show with the predictions as always. I'm here. I'm your host with the most, TK, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with my bro Sammy, with Souls, and with Ashraf, who turned off his camera. You know what I'm saying?
I'm back.
We're here, guys, and let's kick off. How you guys been, bro? How's guys? I don't know how this host stuff works, bro. Just.
Ash seems happy because he just did some shopping. You can see it from the bags in the back.
No. That's from yesterday, but yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Actually,
This
all
year's
good.
been obviously not amazing when it comes to Arsenal, but personally everything's good. But yeah, football-wise, not the best. How are you guys?
Well, I would start by saying I miss you guys. This is one thing, and Arsenal failing to make us happy as Arsenal fans. But generally speaking, I generally miss you guys.
I mean, I don't know what
Miss
you
you
guys
too,
mean.
brother.
It's been we are scoring goals and you're angry. We are losing
Oh,
games and
fuck
you're also
off, T.
angry.
Come
So
on, don't start that
why is
shit with
everybody
us, man.
always angry all the time?
Hey,
You know?
T.
Yeah,
T.
I think you guys are a bit overdoing it. We have the most attacking goalkeeper, guys, and the most attacking defense.
And not only that, another
most
reason why you
The
got
most attacking fans also. The fans are also very attacking.
yeah, and another reason why you guys are overdoing it is because how can you guys be upset when, as your manager, as Arteta said, people were calling him after the City game and saying, "I can't believe what he did to Man City."
Yeah.
You know what I mean, so
Yeah.
we should be so
Guys,
happy about that.
Do you all know better than a C? Are you guys more knowledgeable than a CEO? A CEO picked up the phone and called Mikel Arteta and said, "Very good job for what you did against City." Rumors have it was
Mental.
I mean, it was
Stan
probably
Kroenke's wife.
it was probably the Waffle House CEO. You know what I'm saying? No, Arteta, bro. You know what I'm saying? Wallah, it's one of them, bro. It's been, bro. Outside of Arteta, I feel like Arsenal have been. We had some good news, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we are building for the future as we speak. We can start off with this first topic straight away if you guys want. Saliba, the guy who was rumored to leave for Real Madrid. Obviously, we know the famous clip of Saliba saying, "They can buy me on FIFA." You know what I'm saying? That's what he said when they were talking about Real Madrid to him. They were asking about Real Madrid to him, and he basically answered and said, "They can buy me on FIFA." And it turns out they need to actually buy him on FIFA because he is going to sign a contract until 2030. Amazing news. I did not expect this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hats off to Berta. From that's what I will start off with. I will let you guys go first, and then I'll give my opinion. Go, guys. It's an open space, so anyone can speak. Yalla.
Yeah, no. Look, I think it's a good move, if I'm being honest. Like, I didn't expect it. I was a bit shocked. And yeah, look, I think I'm gassed though. I'll be honest, because I did think we were going to lose him. I do. Look, I'm not trying to be the party pooper here. I'm not trying to start off with a negative, but immediate thoughts is amazing. One of the best centre backs in the world, still young. Sign him on a long-term contract. I watched his interview as well. He obviously loves the club, loves Arsenal. He's been an Arsenal fan since he was a kid. So I understand why he stayed. It's hard to actually do what he did because you see Trent and other players. And I think he still has a point to prove. He still wants to prove that he can win with Arsenal because I feel like if he leaves Arsenal at the end of the season, for example, and we win nothing, it's always going to show that, okay, he didn't win nothing at Arsenal. So I think he really wanted to show that he can win things with the club. And I will respect him and I love Saliba. But I question a little bit his mentality, because I'm thinking, if you're a player who wants to achieve bigger and more and achieve more things, you saw what Harry Kane did when he came to Tottenham and everything else. Like, I wouldn't. Is it bad to say, if I was Saliba, I probably wouldn't have signed that contract? Probably not
Yeah,
the way to say, but
I agree.
if I was Saliba, I would have probably gone, you know what, Arsenal seem like they're sticking with Arteta. I can't really see the manager going anywhere, especially with a top 2, top 3 finish. And I would have gone to Madrid. Madrid obviously won him. They said in the summer it's their dream signing. Konate is their backup, and they would have took him with open arms. You know what I mean? And if he ran down his contract for the summer, he could have went. But I think I question why he signed a new contract at Arsenal. I question what the project was that Arteta pitched to him, because regardless of what you guys say and regardless of what we think about the manager has a part to play on players renewing their contracts. Obviously, you can come out and say he's probably thinking past Arteta, but again, you can't quantify that. There's no evidence of that, right? Everything he said from his mouth is he believes in the manager, believes in the club, and he wants to sign a new contract. So I don't know what he sees in Arteta that we're not. I don't know what he sees in the vision that we're not. But yeah, he's staying, right? So I'm happy. As an Arsenal fan, I want him to stay, but I just question why he stayed. That's the only thing, especially when you have a massive opportunity as well, like going to a club where you're guaranteed to win trophies, whether it's any trophy, but you're going to win.
I think that's a very controversial statement to say. And I look, being biased aside, because of course, as an Arsenal fan, I'm very happy that he signed for us. How much we rate Saliba. He's one of the pillars in this club. But he's also accepting the challenge to win trophies in Arsenal. That doesn't reflect weak mentality. Yes, you're giving an example as Harry Kane compared to, with Spurs compared to Arsenal. But I think that's a very the comparison is not there, to be honest, between Tottenham and Arsenal. But when it comes to Saliba, I think he chose Arsenal because he believes in the club, and he wants to be a legend in the club. And he's young, is still young, and he can really build a legacy here in Arsenal. And you saying that he's a weak mentality, I really don't see that. But it's a controversial thing that you can say, yes, he might have went to Real Madrid or any other club and win trophies, but I wouldn't say
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that controversial. Like, I'm an Arsenal fan. I love Arsenal, but I can openly admit that Real Madrid's a bigger.
I'm coming to that. If I were Saliba personally, I'm coming to that. If I were Saliba personally, I would have dragged the negotiation until the end of the season. And I said this in with Zir a couple of minutes ago. If I were Saliba, I would have dragged this negotiation until the end of the season to see how the season pans out before I commit myself to a 5-year contract. Because I think there's going to be, I'm not sure if there was a release clause or not, but I'm going to assume no, there's no release clause. So that means that Arsenal can demand a very hefty price tag if they want to, sell him. But maybe his emotion took the best out of him. If you guys watched also Curtis during the preseason in Asia, he asked Saliba if he's going to renew the contract, and his answer was God willing. I mean, he said it with a very positive way, very positive manner, and it seemed like he was going to sign. I mean, that's the vibe we got from him, and he eventually signed for Arsenal. Am I happy as an Arsenal fan? Yes. If I look at it from Saliba's perspective, I think he should have waited until the end of the season. What do you think, Ash?
Yeah, I agree with Souls. I don't know, but maybe the mentality thing, fair enough. Maybe that might be a bit harsh, but from the perspective of why would he, if I was his agent, yeah, I would definitely advise him to not sign that contract, because I just think he is the best young centre back in the world. I think after Van Dijk, he is the best defender. I think he's going to be a legendary defender in the next 4 or 5 years. And if he goes to Madrid, he definitely wins Champions Leagues, he wins La Ligas.
Somebody argued with me as a Madrid fan saying that he doesn't fit Xabi Alonso. What do you think? Alonso.
Yeah, I think that's BS. Well, what doesn't he fit? He's quick, he's strong, he's good on the ball, can defend well on one-on-ones, can defend well in the air. It's ridiculous. Saliba is the one kind of defender that fits every single system. Because he's someone, if you need to build from the back, he can do it. If you need to play from the back, he can do it. If you need someone physical to compete with physical strikers, he can do it. You need someone to play and come back on the counter and have pace to run back, he can do it. Literally, he can fit every single style. So I think that's just BS. But look, I'm happy that he's here. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and just think that maybe he's here because he really loves the club. He cares about the club. He actually believes in where we're heading. And look, this is a good thing because I know T will probably touch on this, but it's a very good thing because in my opinion, it shows that maybe Saliba is also thinking beyond Arteta. Like, I'm pretty sure there's no way in Saliba's head he's like, oh, Arteta is going to be here for the next 5 years. Like, he's probably also thinking, if we don't win something this year or the next year, most likely he might go.
Yeah, but then in the same breath, Ash, you also have to admit that when you sign a new contract, you are pitched the project by the manager, right? So Arteta's obviously trying to convince him to stay. So some part of him, maybe he is thinking about the future as well, but some part of him believes in Arteta enough to sign a new 5-year deal before the season's even done. That's just a given.
Yeah, but
that's what I question. That's the part I question.
I don't know that much, because hand of Arsenal, who fair enough I've criticized in the past, but obviously he's proven to be credible. When that Indikalia came out, when T was obviously showing us the beef that's there, when Indikalia tweeted, Saliba's agent is not happy with the contract or wants improved contract, hand of Arsenal tweeted back saying Berta is all over it, he's getting it done, whatever. So clearly Berta is the one who's been having those conversations. Of course, I don't think he would have stayed if he had no faith in the manager or if he didn't like the manager at all. I don't think that's the case. I think every single one of those players is bought in into the manager's like ideas and philosophy and everything. I think they do believe in him. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be a situation where if the manager does leave or gets sacked, some of the players also end up leaving with him and saying, oh, you know what, I stayed because of him and I don't want to stay anymore. And if he's signing a contract until 2030, I think he's signing it with that in mind, that even if Arteta does leave, I am okay to stay. I don't think any player would sign a contract till 2030 if it's only contingent on Arteta and only Arteta, like, which is why I'm happy that he signed a long 5-year contract, not 3 years. But yeah, look, we have one of the best defenders in the world for the next few years. And the fact that we also have Gabriel, who just renewed, and Mosquera, who just joined, bro, from a center back's perspective, guys, we are good.
And
we are good for years to come. Yeah, I love Hincapié. I used to watch him at Leverkusen, but I've watched him only as a left back, to be fair. I haven't watched him that much as a center back. But yeah, like, we are good in that defensive side. Like, I don't think we have to worry about it for a very, very long time. Calafiori is also not old, by the way. Like, he's what, 24, 25? Maybe something like that.
No, he's like, he just turned 23, I think.
But was he left back? Because Chapeloso was used to play 3 in the back.
Yeah, he turned 23 in May, bro. Calafiori.
Oh, damn. Okay, so he's young as well. And then we've got Skelly, who's young. Timber, who's young. Ben White, I'm pretty sure will leave by next summer for sure. But yeah, we've got a lot of good defenders. 100%. Ben White will not want to be sitting on the bench all season. I guarantee you that.
Yeah. White is gonna have to make a move now, unless obviously, I never want this to happen, but unless like Timber has an injury or something, and then Ben White comes back in the team. I mean, I can't see. And to be honest, Ashraf called this early on, and I didn't really believe him at the start when he said this. But when I think after 2 games that Timber played for Arsenal, Ashraf was like, "Oh, Timber's better than Ben White." And I remember literally Ash said to me, and I remember having this discussion. Ash was like, after 2 games of Timber playing, he was like, "Oh, Timber's going to be our number 1. He's better than Ben White." And I was like, "Bro, Ben White just had an amazing season the season before. He's obviously going to be better, and he's going to be a starter for Arsenal." And Ashraf proved to be right, because Timber now is number 1, one of the best right backs in the world.
That was because White was injured as well. I mean, let's be real, because a lot of people were thinking about playing Ben White at the right back and Timber at the left back then, before MLS made his breakthrough in the
MLS came in really good last season.
Yeah, so they weren't thinking about dropping Ben White for Timber because Timber was playing left back for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think what Souls is saying is when it became a question, because when MLS locked up that position, and obviously now Calafiori, when it became a conversation of Ben White versus Timber, I think now that's it. Timber has got it. It's his. It's
right
his.
Now
and
it
I'm
is.
telling you. And I'm telling you guys this, and I swear it's not a reactionary thing. I've been saying it for a long time. It's from last season. I think he is the best right back in the league. I think he's without a question.
But obviously, Reece James is definitely there. Do you know what I mean?
Only in the
he might be there, but I don't know.
James is playing more like a midfielder these days, if I'm being completely honest.
But Souls, I think you're right when it comes to the offensive part, but when defensive side, no chance. I'm sorry.
No, but Reece James is also very good.
Timber is so good defensively, man. It's insane.
By the way, guys, the Saad is not here today, as you can see.
We kicked him out. That's why we just decided we bought him up.
Fraud.
We took over the show.
Fraud.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We took over the channel as well, as you can see.
He said he has a lot of work with his construction company. That's why he's building a new project.
And Saad also is
6 companies.
He's building an Arteta statue.
Yeah, and he's a tubby toilet tissue hoarding fraud. That's what he is.
He'll
No,
be
guys.
back
Actually,
next stream,
seriously,
guys.
TT. Yeah, you can tell them what's the actual reason. Sorry.
Yeah, no, he has
Even I don't know what the actual reason. Even I don't know what the actual reason is. I'm interested to hear it.
He was packing because he's leaving somewhere for somewhere. So basically,
Yeah, no one knows where
has to
either.
leave.
It's crazy.
We don't know where, but he has to leave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
No,
basically.
but big up to Saad. He will be here next time, guys. So you know what I'm saying? Just to give my 2 cents about this whole Saliba
That
situation.
Pussyo, by the way, ducked the smoke, yeah, because he chatted a lot of was last time, yeah, when I was bottom of the predictions table. He was laughing and gassing it up. Oh,
Wait,
damn,
who's
the guy
top now? Wait,
escaped.
who's top now? Who's
The
We'll
guy
get to that. We'll get to
escaped.
that, man.
Bro,
We'll get to that,
Hey,
man.
we'll see
No
at
rush,
the end.
so-
We'll see at the end of the
I'm
show.
the
We'll see at
last.
the end of the- No, but just to give my 2 cents about Saliba, you'll see the points total at the final segment.
Yeah,
Sis, you
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But yeah, bro, I'm going to be completely honest. From our perspective, I'm over the moon, obviously, but I also agree with you guys with the fact that if you wanted to go win easy trophies, you go Real Madrid as well. But I'm gonna give you a perspective maybe you didn't look at it from. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be a little bit positive, and people are going to be shocked with what I'm saying. But at this moment in time, I do believe that we have a better squad than Real Madrid. And if we played Real Madrid today, I do believe that we would beat them again. You know what I'm saying? I'm at that level at this moment in time. And what I also heard is that Saliba had a lot of conversations with Gabriel when it comes to his contract and when it comes to his partnership with Gabriel as well. Because let's be real, guys, at this moment in time, they are the best center-back partnership in the world, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. And he spoke with Gabriel, obviously, and they had some positive conversation on that part as well, because like Ashraf said, Gabriel has also signed the new contract. So these guys are basically, these guys are a dynamic duo for years now. You know what I'm saying? And they just want to continue their relationship when it comes to that part. I believe that they are the best defensive partnership in the world. And I also believe, this is what I also heard, but this was from Twitter, so I don't know how true this is. I believe Saliba does want to play in the Premier League still. I do believe that he likes the Premier League over La Liga. Maybe that's also the case. But, bro, long story short, I'm happy that he signed the contract. But I do believe that Berta is selling these players a future beyond Mikel Arteta. You know what I'm saying? Because if Saliba was going to stay in Arteta's tenure right now, he would have signed a 2-year contract, not a 5-year contract. Because I don't see Arteta being here in 2030. I just don't see it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
If you win something this season, maybe.
I mean, if you win a Carabao Cup and you've spent this amount of money, you've built this team, that still shouldn't be enough.
No, the league or the Champions League, that's it.
Yeah, and what I also heard is that Josh Kroenke is way more involved than he was before. Even when he took over from Stan, he was still in America, being with the Denver Nuggets, chilling with them, you know what I'm saying? Getting Jokic that brand new Supermax contract. He was busy with other stuff, basically, outside of Arsenal. But right now, he is fully committed to Arsenal. He's been around way more. And like I said before in past streams, he was also a very big part in why the Eze deal happened, because he was the guy that signed it off. That's the reason why it happened so fast. He was there and said, hey, just bring him. You know what I'm saying? Just bring him, bro. It's good.
Yeah,
so,
bring him, and then you don't start him against Man City at home.
Yeah, but that's an Arteta issue, not a Josh Kroenke issue.
But this is the thing.
But that's the thing. I'll finish off by saying this. I believe that Josh Kroenke is on this right now. I do believe that Berta is doing work outside of Arteta as well in case he fails. Because if he fails again, he will not be here. I do believe that firmly. And I do believe that Josh has a good head on his shoulders if he is actually on it. If he actually cares, Josh Kroenke can be a good owner for a specific club, because we've seen it with the Nuggets as well. That's why the Nuggets had that glow up in the NBA as well, because I've watched that, because I follow the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Josh Kroenke has responsibilities over the Nuggets as well. So for me, it's one of them where if Josh is on it, a lot of good things can happen. I just hope that it will happen, and we can actually look past Arteta if this guy fails again. So that's my whole point about.
So,
yeah,
just two
look,
things
you
I would
guys
say.
can-
Hold on, just two things I would address. The first point where you said the dynamic duo that we have, which is Gabriel and Saliba, I totally agree with you. And this is why Arteta needs to rely on them to take the hits when it comes to defensive, positions. You should not ask all your midfielders, all your wingers to defend. You should rely on these two that they can actually defend the attack. They can actually defend, and if they get like a transition or anything like that, yes, they might score against us if we kind of expose the midfield or the wings. But I think our attack is that good to outscore the opponent team. This is the first thing, and the second thing, which is about Josh, and the only thing that I would say to Josh is he needs to put a KPI on Arteta. He needs to say, hey, listen, if you're not gonna win this or this, you're out. This is the demands of the owners. This is what we want to be, and if you're not
Exactly.
gonna achieve it, then bring they have to bring somebody else.
Yeah, and
I'm
exactly,
not seeing
and this is what I said to TK as well. Like ultimately, like even if obviously my opinion on Arteta is shifting because of what I'm seeing with my own eyes, but ultimately I'm always going to go back to the people that employ him. Arteta is not a club owner; he's an employee in a business that's managed by someone that TK just said is very involved. So that person who's involved should have the ambition to go, you know what, this guy isn't good enough to do what I want him to do. He's gone. And if he doesn't do that, TK, then we have to go back to the employer, not the employee. Especially if the employer has the same vision that all of us do, which is winning a Prem or a Champs. If Josh Kroenke really wants to win a Prem or a Champs, he'll sack Arteta at the end of the season.
Yeah, but that's why I leaned on the fact that there is a difference between the Josh from now and a Josh from a few years ago. Because a Josh from a few years ago, or a Stan from a few years ago, they wouldn't have sacked Arteta. But I do believe that this Josh, the fact that he's involved like this, can do it. You know what I'm saying? So I just need to see it in fruition. That's the only thing. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so.
Maybe this is just maybe this is just speculation from the fans and also to you as well, TAs. We, especially me, if you watched me on other channels as well, I don't get, you know what I'm saying? My mind doesn't change because of rivals. Okay, I wanted Arteta gone since ages ago. I'm not gonna change my mind because he made us title challenge. No, if I still believe that he's not good for the club, I will still say it. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's been one of them, and I'm just happy that the club is being proactive, because the one thing that we didn't have at Arsenal is proactive board members that are actually on it, that are actually answering questions that we've had. You know what I'm saying? Because for years now at Arsenal, we always missed something, whether it's a sporting director, whether it's a good coach. You know what I'm saying? And at this moment in time, it's a good coach. And we have a good sporting director that can actually go out and scout some good coaches for us as well. So at this moment in time, yeah, bro, I do believe that we have one of the best squads in the world currently. We just need a good coach that can actually make these guys do wonders. That's the only thing we're missing right now.
Yeah, and to address some comments about Arteta, like, I flipped on Arteta. Look, I nothing has flipped from me. My what I've said has been the same thing I said before the season started, which is that I'm not completely happy with Arteta's season last season. I'm not saying he deserves a new contract. I criticized him on this channel multiple times before the season started. Obviously, I'm not Arteta out like these guys are, but I said, you know what, I still believe he can win the league when he gets these signings. And if he doesn't win the league with the signings, then there's no excuses anymore. And to be fair to Ash and TK and Sammy, that's what's happening now. He was given the signings. He bought Gokres, bought Madueke, bought Eze, bought a bunch of attackers, bought midfielder, bought a bunch of defenders, bought everybody. And now there's no excuses now. You have to win, or I want you out. And the problem that I'm seeing now, and I said this as well, if you give Arteta everything he needs, then he is going to be the leader of his own downfall. And that's what's happening now. Because now he's been given everything, and he's actually has the tools in his car, and he's choosing to not use them. That's the problem now. And that's where I struggle to back somebody. I cannot sit here and back blatant stupidity. I can't. It's like you having a pan in your car. So it's like you having a pan in your cupboard, and and someone's telling you make some noodles for me, and you put the noodles over the stove when you have the pan in the cupboard. You're not going to be able to cook the noodles without the pan. You're not going to be able to score goals if you play defensive football. You're not going to be able to beat teams if you start defensive every game.
So what was the turning point for you? What was the turning point for you that you actually changed your stance against Arteta?
No. Genuinely, the turning point to me was Man City, and I know it sounds crazy because you
were before the City game.
No. Before the City game, I was skeptical because obviously Liverpool, we came out and we were pragmatic and defensive, and people backed our performance against Liverpool when it was shit. But you could have some pointers of we were away, we're facing Liverpool away. When was the last time a team beat Liverpool away? So there was things to say there. But genuinely, Man City was inexcusable. And when Arteta came out after the game and said, no one complained when we did it against Bilbao. Yeah, who said Bilbao was a good performance? Just because you win a game, it doesn't mean that it was a good performance. Just because you win a game, it doesn't mean that it was the right lineup.
With the subs. Yeah.
And even if we beat Man City over the weekend, I still would have said it was a poor lineup and it was the wrong team to go out with. Because you cannot, it's inexcusable to have Eze, Nwaneri, Martinelli, all three players are available to you, and you decide to play Moreno, Zubimendi, and Rice. You could have played Nwaneri in the 10 and Eze on the left. You could have played Eze in the 10 and you could have played Nelly on the left. You had so many combinations, but you chose to play our shittest winger and our shittest midfielder at home against Man City. Now, please, there is not one Arsenal fan in the entire universe that can tell me any justifiable reason for that. There's no reason. We beat Man City 5-1 last season. So obviously we've shown we can beat them when we go attacking. So what's the reason? What's the excuse here? There's no excuse. It's poor managerial decision making.
Exactly.
That's it.
It's what we said in the group chat. He's just being a coward. He's just scared, bro. He doesn't dare to do. You know what I'm saying? That's his biggest issue, because you have a team that you beat 5-1 last year. You have their number.
With less possession on the ball, team.
With less possession on the ball. And now you play 3 DMs with Gyökeres up front. You know what I'm saying? You know the midfield he played against Port Vale, the Eze, Nwaneri with Norgard. Swap Norgard with Rice, for example, or with Zubimendi. We can play that midfield against City as well, with the way they were defending, bro. But we didn't do that. And also, I've also seen a lot of fans slating Gyökeres for this. Bro, are these people not seeing the teams that this guy is setting up when Gyökeres is playing up front? A lot of defensive players, bro. You know what I'm saying? How is Gyökeres going to get the service if he doesn't have the players around him?
I know that, TK. And TK, sorry to cut you, bro, but even the Port Vale game showed me that Arteta is a coward. Because when it doesn't matter, when the team is vastly not as good as the team you're playing, when you actually have to be not have to be brave, you play the attacking team that we all want. But when it comes to a team where you should be playing attacking football against, Man City, you don't do it because you're a coward. And further on to that, sorry, Ash, I'm gonna let you go. I know you've been waiting, but to me, Mikel Arteta has to hold his head up in shame, because do you know what angers me even more? The lineup was wrong, the performance was shit, and we drew the game, and it felt like a loss. But to then come out after the game and say, oh, we've had so much possession. I've never seen City defend like that against any team. People called me and said, I can't believe what you did to Man City. It's like you going into a boxing match and losing and getting knocked out and saying, oh, but you know what? At least I threw a punch, because no one else threw a punch against him. I at least threw a punch there. It's embarrassing. It's stupid. The tactics are wrong. The in-game management's wrong. The lineups are wrong, and what he said after is wrong. Anyway, Ashley can go.
You know, and the thing is, you say it's like, oh, at least I threw a punch because nobody else threw a punch. No others threw a punch this season. Spurs and Brighton both beat them this season. So it's just insane. It's funny you guys mentioned.
But did Spurs play attacking football though?
I mean, they attacked more than us. I think they attacked better than us. Because some of the times they attacked them and played passes through the middle was better than what we did. But anyways, you know, I actually did research on this, guys, and I said this on a couple of shows this week, and I have to say it again. one of the biggest things that people praise about us, and probably Arteta is very proud of this, is our defense, right? And I think it's very clear to see, guys, that he believes the way to win the league, because I think all of us here agreeing he wants to win the league, right? And whatever lineups he puts in or he puts up in games, he puts them because he genuinely believes that lineup can win the game. He doesn't put it because he's like, I don't want to win. That's obviously like, that's a madman. He's not a madman.
Yeah.
Yes,
of
but
course.
it's also a factor of he
doesn't
has
want to lose.
favorites. He doesn't have to play Merino, but he forces to play Merino.
No.
Yeah.
I know. But I'm saying the reason he does that is because in his mind, something happened, some wires went off, and he thinks the way to win games and to win the league is to play defensive and have the best defensive record, blah, blah, blah. So I actually went and did the research because that's the thing people like talk about, defense, Arsenal defense. Do you guys know how many teams in the last 10 years, so basically from the Leicester season, in the last 10 years, how many teams had the best defense but did not win the league? 6. 6 teams had the best defensive record that season and did not win the league. Do you know how many teams did not have had the best attack but did not win the league? 3. That's it. Half. And those 3, by the way, if you go and look at them, one was in the Leicester season, which was an anomaly. We all understand Leicester was an anomaly.
Yeah.
Man City had the best attack, I think, that season. One was the Chelsea season when Chelsea won the league in 2017, but they had 1 goal less than the team that with the best attack, which was Spurs. 1 goal less. So it wasn't like they were far off. And the third one was City in 2020 when Liverpool ran away with the league early on. And there's a COVID break and the season stopped for like 3 months. City came after COVID and started fighting like crazy. This tells you factually, teams that actually have the best attack and attack more and take more risks are more likely to win the league than the teams with the best defense, which is what we have been over the last 2 seasons. And on this Moreno and Zubimendi and Rice midfield, because as Sol said, this guy comes out of the Bilbao game, after the game saying nobody questioned it at the Bilbao game, blah, blah, blah. I actually went and did the research on that as well. Do you know how many times we started Rice and Moreno together in midfield since last season? 14 times. How many games do you guys think we won with that midfield?
3.
With Rice and Moreno starting together in midfield.
I wouldn't be shocked if it is like 0 or 1.
It's not 0. It's 3. We've
I
won
think
3 games, and the third one was the Bilbao game. We've won 3 games out of 14 with these 2 starting in midfield. And by the way, 2 of the other wins came when there was an attacking midfielder in the midfield as well, Odegaard. Monaco and Ipswich. Every game that had Rice and Moreno and a DM, whether it's Partey or Zubimendi, we did not win at all. We either lost or drew. Bilbao was the first win. So when this idiot comes out saying, but nobody questioned it at Bilbao, that was the first time you won with that kind of midfield and another DM. What are you on about? I love the fact that the coaches and Arteta and all are very data driven and they go by data and they have their stats. Okay, but then doesn't someone check that data? Doesn't someone in your coaching team come and tell you, hey, you know what? We have data to show 13 times we've started this midfield. We haven't won games. And the Bilbao game, don't get deluded. We did not win. We won in spite of that midfield, not because of that midfield.
Yeah, exactly.
The fact that we had 2 super subs come in and completely change the game for us. That first goal was a brilliant first touch by Trossard, who played it to Martinelli in the air. And Martinelli, despite not heading the ball correctly, made up his mistake by flicking it beautifully forward. The finish was poor, fair enough, but he still did all the other work. And the second goal, Martinelli skinned his man, played it to Trossard, and Trossard shot it, was deflected goal. Had nothing to do with the midfield. All the midfield was doing was stopping attacks, which we know what they can do. But you don't need 3 of them to do it. It's ridiculous, man. And I'll tell you guys this, and I'll just end on this so you guys can go as well. I know what you said earlier, T, that, you think, this could be the end if he doesn't win something. I'll tell you guys this, and look, you guys might laugh or whatever. You guys know winning a cup, like let's say we win an FA Cup, for example. If we win an FA Cup when nothing else this season, you guys realize how detrimental that is to us over the long run.
Yeah.
I know it sounds crazy, but think about it this way. The FA Cup is the last game of the season. Imagine we bottle the league, we bottle the Champions League, we do bad in both, and you come to the last game of the FA Cup and we win that. the board is probably not going to sack him because you're ending the season on a high. The fans are obviously in that euphoria and that adrenaline and all. We just won a cup.
Yeah, this was the first step to something greatness. They say then. You know
Exactly.
What I'm saying?
We
but
finally
that's what
won
I'm
a
saying,
trophy.
Ash. This is what I'm
No,
saying.
and-
Josh
and-
has to
sorry,
put the
sorry,
KPI. He has to put the
And
KPI.
that's- And even if he, let's say he said the league, we have to win the league or the Champions League. The problem is because fans are emotional. You know when the board will actually start making that decision? When they see majority of the fans are starting to turn on the manager because they know it'll affect their pockets. It's not good in the long run. The team is going to get affected negatively. It's going
But
to
Ash,
cause bad
Tottenham
results.
won the Europa League and they sacked Ange.
Because the fans
And
were
Europa
against
League is
them.
bigger than the FA Cup.
No, but that's because the fans were against them. Because these guys finished 17th. They had 21 losses. That's an anomaly. That was not a normal season.
Yeah.
A lot of fans said, despite the Europa League, thank you for the first trophy in 17 years, you need to leave, though. A lot of
even
fans were
Tahir
saying
saying
it.
it. Ten
And
Hag
also
as well.
don't forget.
Thank you,
Sammy.
Tahir. I was actually gonna
Yes.
bring that example. Ten Hag
Yeah.
settings. They finished 8th. They won the FA Cup, and some of the fans started forgetting and started cheering for him.
Bro,
that
with
influences
Ten
the
Hag,
board.
it wasn't even this bad, bro. They were like 8th with Ten Hag, not 17th. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
That's
not
even
17th.
worse. Ange is even worse, bro. But the thing is, Tottenham fans were just looking at it from a long run perspective, because if you keep Ange with a unhealthy way of playing like that, you can risk getting relegated, literally. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because look at Nottingham Forest. This guy hasn't won a game, bro. This guy lost 2 games and he drew 2 games.
Drew Europa League, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't win a game. His football is just not effective.
But
Maybe it's a cup coach, as people like to say.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
like Emery,
But- Yeah, like Emery, for example. But for your team's health, for a league setting, he's just not a good coach, in my opinion, unless he just coaches Celtic in Scotland. But that's way different.
But sorry, last thing, Souls. If what T said happens though, which we don't win any trophy, I genuinely actually see them sacking him. I'm not gonna lie, because they will start thinking about their pockets more than anything. They will say, "We spent so much money to do the exact same thing as last season. Why did we spend all that money?"
Yeah,
I do think they sack him.
Am I the only one who
How they
saw
go.
that Arteta looked stressed? Arteta is just saying stupid shit because he almost looks stressed or something. You know what I'm
When
saying?
he said
I don't know
when he
the
said the
difference.
CEO called him and all that stuff.
Normally he's very relaxed.
Yeah, that's what Souls
yeah?
mentioned earlier. Yeah.
Normally he's very relaxed. Yeah, but I've seen this guy get angrier way more, saying stupid shit way more for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we have attacking goalkeeper, attacking.
No.
fullback.
Do you know why? Because I
don't know
genuinely
why.
think.
I think he's feeling the pressure.
I'll
bro.
tell you
I
why.
think he's
No.
feeling the
I don't know.
pressure.
He's not feeling the pressure. It's what Ash said earlier, which is true. He genuinely believes that he should be winning these games. This is the problem.
Yeah.
So when he doesn't win these games, he's so triggered by it. He's thinking, "What? I played
so
Moreno,
he's
Zubimendi, and Rice. How did I not win with that 3-man midfield? I should have won the game." He's so deluded that he genuinely thinks that these lineups are good enough. But what I will always say though, and this is what I'll always back Arteta for, is that, and my stance will never change. And I'll always say, look, if he leaves, and I think Ash agrees with me on this, he is still a good coach and he will get another good job. And I do believe that he took us from a place where we were very, very bad. We were a banter club. We were 8th. And he took us so far now to a point where, and Ash is right here, if he was to leave tomorrow, any new world-class manager that comes in walks into a world-class team. And whether you can and whether you can shout or scream, Arteta is part of building that world-class team. He's part of the upbringing of Lewis Skelly.
Nobody's denying that. Nobody's
denying
and
he's
don't
part of
forget
the upbringing of Nwaneri. He's part of the
people
upbringing of.
My bad that I cut you off, but don't forget, bro. People like Enrique, they haven't coached a Premier League team yet. They would be open to coach a Premier League team. Imagine Ashraf. Ashraf, you know what I'm saying? You watch Barca more than anyone. You know how good Enrique is, and that the treble that he won with Barca is
I don't want Enrique. Yeah, I don't want Enrique because obviously I don't really like I don't like Barcelona. I'm joking. I'm trolling. I'm joking. By the way, sorry.
I was about to build some souls.
I'm sorry. Because he was gonna say the fact I said I'd hire him. I love Enrique. Listen, but one thing I will say on the Enrique thing, Ashraf, the Ballon d'Or vote just got released. You know, Yamal and Dembele was close. It was 150 votes between them. 1,380 for Dembele, and 1,200 and something for Yamal. And by the way, guys, Pedri got 12 votes.
So that was ridiculous, man. That's the most. That's the most ridiculous thing.
You know
I've
what
heard
I'm mostly
You-
shocked of? How Palmer made 8th, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
You're
That's
decent.
that's
No,
a
Palmer
howler.
didn't deserve
That's
to
a
be ahead of
howler.
most of these guys. It's
Yeah,
insane.
I
By
agree.
the way,
Even Harry. Yeah,
you know,
go on, Ash. Go on,
no,
go
they
on.
were saying if Barcelona knew how to do PR properly and did not split between Rafinha and Yamal and just focused on one of them, there's a chance Yamal would have won it over Dembele.
And you know,
because then more votes would
Vitinha,
have gone there.
Vitinha got nearly 900 votes. You know, that's one of the highest voting tallies.
He
for
had
like
an
a player.
amazing
Yeah.
season. Incredible.
But
You know what I mean?
it-
Like a
it
lot of
just
people
shows,
believed in him.
bro. It just shows, because that goes back to what I said about Enrique and how good of a coach he is. Because Nuno Mendes and Hakimi, your two fullbacks, are in the top 10 of the Ballon d'Or list. You have Nuno Mendes, who's 10th, and you have Ashraf Hakimi, who's like 6th. He was 6th, yeah?
Yeah.
Bro,
I think he was.
That's
yeah.
insane.
Yeah,
You have
that's
your midfielder who played at Wolves, who was one of those random Portuguese players that they bought back then. You know what I'm saying? And he is
But
the third.
what I will say, Rafinha at 5th's a robbery. Absolute
It
robbery.
is. He should have been
Honestly.
second at least, bro, in my opinion.
Rafinha-
Wait, Vitinha or
No,
Rafinha?
Rafinha.
Yeah.
Rafinha, yes.
Bro, I don't know if you guys watched
most
most stream this week. We got into a heated debate because they were saying Salah deserves to be ahead of Rafinha. I was like,
No,
oh
that's
my
impossible.
god.
When people,
Oh
when-
my
when-
god,
no,
guys!
no,
People,
you
he had
can't-
an mental season.
and
Sorry,
not
go
that, and not
Bro,
only
he
that.
had-
I said it on
he had
Hassam's
59
stream.
in
This
57
Salah
games.
stuff. I had an argument with Hassan about Salah. I keep saying Salah had an amazing season, but these pundits and these people who vote on football, they don't just look at the stats that Salah got. They actually watch the games, right? So when you watch the games, even though Salah had double the GA that Yamal got, when you look at impact, right? Yamal won a domestic treble for his team, got 24 GA for a 16/17-year-old, got to the Nations League final. The Inter players were asked before the final, who's the hardest player you faced in the UCL? And they all said Yamal. His performances were impactful. Anybody who watched the league would say that Yamal had a better season than Mo Salah. I know Sammy doesn't agree with me, but the point is, you can't just look at, Yamal got 24 GA, so what does that matter? He didn't get as much as Salah. Bro, when you watch the games, and also, 24 GA for a 17-year-old is more impressive than a 28-year-old getting 40 GA. It's more impressive for a 17-year-old to get 24 GA. I just want
Because
to
I don't know
Why
if
are
you
you bringing,
guys-
why
I
are
don't know if
you
you
bringing the
guys-
age into this? I don't understand this.
because
Why are
age
you bringing
matters.
the age?
Because
No,
no,
it does
no,
not matter.
impressive.
No, it doesn't matter.
No, I
It doesn't
I
matter.
think age matter. I think age matters when you're praising the player, but I do agree with Sammy.
Exactly.
Age should not matter when you're voting. So I hear that.
Yeah.
But
Who would be your
You guys-
top 3 then? All of you guys, who would
My
be
top
your
My
three?
top three,
Yeah.
but no, my top three would have been
Dembele,
Dembele, Yamal, Rafinha.
yeah,
No,
same.
for
Like
me-
for me, like I would understand putting Yamal ahead of Dembele, but I also
Nah.
understand putting Dembele first because he had a mental
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
But for me, those are the top 3 undisputed. It should have been those 3.
My
That's the
top
case.
3 is Dembele, Rafinha, and then Salah, and then
Oh
That's
my
exactly
No,
what
not
I was
Salah
gonna
over
say.
Yamal. No, not Salah over
that
Yamal.
is
Guys,
crazy.
Okay, the reason
You
why
understand
I say this, the reason why I say this. Okay, listen to this. This is my reasoning. Yeah,
Mm.
For
Salah
Salah
had
that's the only
Salah.
reason.
No, listen. Salah, stats wise, yes, did have one of his best seasons. If not his best season. You know what I'm saying? He got a new coach. He has a team that basically people wrote off. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be completely honest. People did not believe in Liverpool. They thought, Salah is washed. He's going to leave Liverpool soon for Saudi, blah, blah, blah. And then he just went out and had one of his best seasons, if not his best season, and won Liverpool the league in the hardest league in the world. I think that's impressive. And if you look at the numbers that he got as well, I believe that he did deserve to be top 3 at least. You know what I'm saying? That's
brother,
my opinion,
TK, brother, please, yeah. I'm really, because I know you don't just look at stats. You're a very knowledgeable fan. When you watch
So
Salah,
I'm looking
throughout
at the
the
big
season-
picture. The
I'm
whole
not
picture.
looking, bro. Forget the big picture. When you watch Salah throughout the season, you watched his 90-minute performances. He will be ghost for 75 minutes and have 10 minutes of impact. Yes, it makes him efficient. Yeah, it makes him a world-class player, but it doesn't make him the best player in the world. It doesn't even make him top 3 players in the world. It doesn't even make him top 5 players in the world. Because for me, there was other players in the season that were more impactful. Yamal was more impactful. Rafinha was more impactful. Even Hakimi was more impactful in his position. You can't just go, because he got the highest, he broke the record in the league. He won 1 trophy. He didn't even win any other trophy apart from the league. no FA Cup, no League Cup, stunk up in the UCL. Bro, I don't understand this Salah hype. He was good in his season. He was a world-class player of the year in the league. But bro, he was not as impactful. And for Amr saying that I've got an agenda.
Not as impactful is a stretch, because he had literally his best season and won Liverpool the league.
Okay, that's his best. Okay, but TK, that's his best season. But compare his best season to the other players in that year.
But bro, okay, I don't want to disrespect Yamal, because I do believe that he had an amazing season. But you do know that if you split his goals and assists, he didn't even have double-digit goals in his league, let alone the other competitions. You know that, right?
Yeah,
but La Liga, bro.
Which is poor, obviously.
Yeah,
but Ashraf still thinks he should be ahead of Dembele.
No, I wouldn't look at it that way, guys.
Ashraf,
because
before you go, I am at camp Rafinha. Okay, I believe that Rafinha should be above Yamal when it comes to the hype and when it comes to the Ballon d'Or rankings overall. I don't even look at Salah.
Thank you.
I'm just looking at Rafinha. I do believe Rafinha deserves way more flowers than Yamal at this moment in time. But Yamal is the young up and coming new best player in the world. So that's why people give him the attention that he obviously deserves. But I do believe that Rafinha should deserve more praise than Yamal at this moment in time. That's my whole point about this.
Guys, I'll just say this. The thing is, the reality, man, I'm telling you, I said this in the group chat as well, because you know how much I watch most of the, if not all, Barca games. Even the games where Rafinha has impact and scores or assists, I promise you, there are times when he does nothing for 90 minutes and then bags a goal. Look, a good goal, a very good goal, and like some incredible goals he had last season. And he had an amazing season. I think he should have been there. I think by mid-season, people are saying he's the favorite. But Yamal changes games. You know, I keep saying this is where I criticize certain wingers, and I say the number one thing I look at a winger to do is to score goals and create chances. Because sometimes you create certain chances and the players don't put them through. Yamal has done that many times. He has many chances that he's created where people just missed him in front of goal. And here's the other thing I wanted to mention about Salah. From March until the end of the season, because business end of the season is what is the hardest part of the season. That's where he expected to show up, and he was asked to show up. I know people will say, but the league was done, but then the Champions League wasn't done. The Carabao Cup final wasn't done. That was also in March. And in the league as well, look, even if it's done and they were going to win it, you still are chasing records. You're still he's playing every single game. He's trying. In the business end of the season, he played 13 games and had 7 GA. Not 7 goals, 7 GA combined. Rafinha in the last, from March until the end of the season, played, I think, 20 games and had 19 GA in the last 3 months of the season. For anyone to say,
it doesn't weigh more than the matches beginning of the season. I mean,
no, it does. It does. I'm sorry, because you can.
I'll tell you if it's a later look.
I'll prove to you that it does.
No, in the league it doesn't. Look, in the league it doesn't. If it's a semifinal, then yes, I understand the semifinal. Of course,
but that's
higher than the league.
Listen, bro. Again, this is Yamal creates for others. Yes. So why doesn't he have more assists than Rafinha? They have the same amount of assists. If he doesn't,
I already said Rafinha had an incredible season. I'm not denying Rafinha. I'm talking about mainly Salah versus Rafinha versus Yamal. I even told you, if you put Rafinha ahead of Yamal, I wouldn't be mad, because Rafinha's season is like almost record-breaking. That's how mental it is, especially given that he played on the left wing, which is not his actual position. He's actually a right winger. I'm talking mainly about Salah versus these two. And the reality is, okay, from a league perspective, yes, doesn't matter if you do it in the end or towards the beginning. I agree. But what about the other competitions? He stunk up in the final. He was one of the worst players in the finals, and he stunk up over 2 legs against PSG and was a big reason why they didn't make it to the next round. Because if he showed up to the level that he was expected, they might have knocked out PSG. Yamal and Rafinha, nobody can talk about them because they killed Inter Milan. It's not their problem. Their defense conceded 6 goals or 7 goals. They both scored. I think one of them assisted as well. You can't blame them for what happened against Inter Milan. They showed up in the Champions League. They showed up in La Liga. They showed the domestic treble that Barcelona won. They, along with Pedri, were the core reasons why, and Lewandowski. They were the core reason they showed up in all those competitions till the very end of the season. Salah didn't show up when it mattered in the Champions League.
and Ash, I agree with you. And look, I think talking about Rafinha, Yamal is a good discussion, but I think Salah is really I really think it's a very forced discussion because I feel like a lot of people say.
I agree.
I think a lot of people say.
I'm not
No. Hold on. Let me land.
not
I think a lot of people say I think Salah should be there because look what Salah did. Instead of comparing what Salah did to the players around him. Every justification I hear for Salah being in the top 2 or top 3 is telling me what Salah broke and what Salah did. But when you watch Salah throughout the season, as Ash said, a lot of the games he was ghost for 60, 70 minutes. And he'd have an impactful 10 minutes and score a goal or an assist, which I respect is good.
Yes,
and he's
I agree with that, yes.
No, but I mean, when you look at impact, when you look at how you changed games, in big games, in the Champions League, bro, Salah won 1 trophy. Against all and how much points did Liverpool finish from? 89 points. It wasn't 84. Even a groundbreak. It's 84
no,
points.
84.
Yeah,
like
84 points. It wasn't even a groundbreaking Premier League points tally. And honestly, this is gonna sound harsh. I wouldn't put Salah top 5. I swear on Allah. I would do Yamal or Dembele, but I'd put Dembele, Yamal, Rafinha, Vitinha, Hakimi. And then put Salah.
I agree with that.
And I swear to God, I can put up 5 good arguments to why Mbappe should be above Salah.
Hakimi was not he was one of the best fullbacks in the world, having amazing performances going forward as well, not just defensively, and scoring winning goals.
And he scored in the UCL final.
He scores in big games in the UCL. In the final, in the semis, I think he scored against Villa as well.
Okay, but
scored against Villa as well.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay,
there you go.
And against Arsenal.
Okay. Leave Salah.
Yeah, I said semis.
I do not care that much to argue for him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Last thing.
Salah.
Sorry. Since you said leave it. Last thing. People need to stop saying this BS about Salah carried Liverpool to a league. He carried the attack. Don't say he carried Liverpool, because you cannot say you have the best keeper in the world, the best centre back in the world, one of the best right backs last season. Now you hate him, but last season was one of the best right backs in the world.
Exactly.
The young player of the year, Gravenberch, McAllister, who's world class at the best centre mid in the league. A lot of you, I've seen a lot of you. Ali, you especially.
Barca had the same. Barca had the same.
McAllister world class.
Yeah.
Had Pedri, had all
but that's
these
my
players,
point
right?
is,
I mean,
but nobody says Rafinha and Yamal carried. There are other players. But these Liverpool fans will come out saying, Salah carried us. He carried your attack. Don't say he carried Liverpool. Because I can easily say if you didn't have Van Dijk last season, you don't win the league. So now what?
Yeah.
No. Okay, but listen. I am not.
Honestly, TK, saying Salah second is crazy, bro. I'll be honest with you.
No, I didn't say that.
But I love Salah. I think Salah is in the GOAT competition.
You did say that. No, you never, TK. You said
you did. You said he's third. You did. Yeah, you did.
No, I said he's third. I said he's third, not second.
Bro, third is crazy.
Yeah, that's what we're disagreeing on. I disagree with
the reason why I say this is because it's the Premier League. I rate the Premier League that highly, and I feel like
you got 84 points, TK. You got 84 points.
Such a big
Yeah, because they took
anyway, like I said, I'm not gonna argue for Salah. I'm not gonna argue for Salah because I'm happy that he didn't win it, because Henry didn't win it, and I don't want Salah to win it. You know, so it's that simple.
Salah was never gonna win.
Guys, Henry didn't deserve to win it either. Let's not do. Henry didn't deserve to win it.
He did. But anyway.
Anyway, let's move on.
Let's go to the super chats, guys. We have some super chats as well. Big up to AMT saying.
Big up AMT, always supporting the channel, guys. W is the channel for AMT, guys.
Big up AMT. He said, but I do think Berta has a short leash on Arteta.
I don't think he can fire it, guys. I don't think he can fire
Berta
it.
or Josh Kroenke is my question. Then I think it could be more Josh Kroenke.
He's technically his boss, isn't he? When it comes to the hierarchy,
I don't think so. I don't think he has power to fire him.
No.
Only the Kroenkes have the power to fire him.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Not even a slap in the back.
Big up AMT. And now we have LEA, who is pissed
here
off
we
at Souls.
go.
He said, Souls, you absolute waffler, clown, Salah hater.
Yeah, listen, this Ali A guy has been on me. He sends like 10 super chats with Hassam just swearing at me. Listen, Ali A, Liverpool fan. Yeah, I've told you this a million times. I love Salah. If you watch me, I've done hours of streams backing Salah over Hazard. I've respected him as one of the greatest Premier League players of all time.
He's in the Premier League GOAT conversation.
Yeah, it's GOAT conversation. He's got the second best GA per 90 in Premier League history.
Yeah.
He's got the second best GA per 90 in Prem history after Henry. The guy's numbers speak for themselves. Yes, he's not aesthetically pleasing, and I even argued on Hassam's stream saying stop using the footballer argument to justify players being better than others. Oh, Hazard's a better footballer. It doesn't matter who's a better footballer. It's about who's more efficient, who succeeds more in their careers.
And Salah is a better footballer than Hazard anyway. So.
No. But Ashraf, my issue with footballer is when people say, "Oh,
well?
no, it's not that." But Atika, here's my issue. People will say, even though Salah's dominated the Prem for the last 6 years, scored 50 plus GA, done everything, won multiple Premier League titles,
I wouldn't
everything.
say dominated.
No. But I'm saying, even though he's done all of that over the last 6 years, there's still some people that will go, Salah, even though you've done all of this, you've broken Prem history records, you're up there in the greatest of all time, I still don't think you're as good as Hazard. Why? Because Hazard genetically is more flary, he looks better, and he's a better footballer. I don't care who looks better and who's a better footballer. I care about who succeeds more in their job. I'd rather someone be a specialist at one thing than be good at everything. Hazard, yes, he's good. He never won a Premier League title. I think it's disrespectful to compare Hazard and Salah. Genuinely.
I agree. 100%.
Because
big up Football Carnage. Big up, bro. Big up.
Do you know what I mean? Because Salah's a great, and Salah's one of the greatest of all time. Salah's one of the greatest of all time, and for you to go and start saying, "Oh, Hazard looks better, Hazard's a better footballer," for me, it's a bullshit argument. So
can I ask you guys a question? I'll start with you, Souls. What is when someone tells you guys, or forget when someone tells you guys, when people say, "Oh, this guy's technically better than another player," right? What does the word technically mean for you guys from a football perspective?
Technically means for me is when people say someone's technically better is that someone has more raw ability when it comes to playing football. So what I mean is that
like what? Break it down.
I'll tell you what I mean. No, it's not. I'll give you a prime example. When Martinelli dribbles past one player and Doku dribbles past one player, Doku, you can tell Doku's way better technically. Because the way he dribbles past the player looks better on the eye.
No, wait.
I think it's more his pace.
Hold on. Let me have my say on this.
I think Sami answered.
Hold on. I'll have my say on it. I think when you say technical ability, it takes two things. First of all, the skills of the player and also the decision making. You know, the IQ is really important in football. The decision you make, either you pass, you dribble, it's really crucial for you. I mean, a small, when you feint somebody in a very simple way, you can make it look static for the eyes, and that's why IQ is very important. But also the technical side of it is the ability of the player to, outrun somebody or do a trick here and there. It's a combination of all these things you can say falls under the umbrella of tactically more.
Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
Quincy.
So-
I meant Champions Leagues.
So when people say this shit off, so basically, whenever someone says this guy's technically better, that means they're trying to say they have better technique, better footballing technique. Can I ask you guys this? Is shooting a footballing technique?
No, but answer your first answer before you say.
No. I'll answer because I want to. Before I
Who
answer, I
said
want to
that,
understand.
Ash? No, but Ash, who said that? No, but Ash, who said better technically means footballing technique? Who said that?
The
Listen.
word technically in English literally comes from technique,
Okay,
which
listen,
means
listen.
if I'm saying you're technically better, that means you have better technique than I do, right? So if I'm saying in football, you're a technically better footballer, that means I'm saying in football you have better technique, which is why I'm asking you guys: is shooting a footballing technique?
Now you're scoping it down.
In my opinion, football.
Yeah. I don't know what you're on about.
I am not.
I'll
not
come
in
to
the
it. Let
camp.
me finish.
I am not in the camp that says technique is just dribbling. I don't agree with that. I do believe that shooting is a technique, defending is an art and technique as well. You know what I'm saying? Controlling the ball in midfield, spraying passes. You know what I'm saying? Having the vision to see players. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Football comes in different ways. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to technique, the more casual audience, if you may, you know what I'm saying, they just see that as better at dribbling and having the feeling in your feet to control the ball and all of those stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's basically Mesut Özil. Mesut Özil, they would call him one of the best technical players in the world because of his touch, because of his dribbling, because of his vision. It's one of them situations. But I do believe that football does not only is made out of dribbling. You have technique in different ways. So Ashraf, at the grand scheme of things, I am going to agree with you on that part. Football
that is my point. Every time you catch any of these casuals who say this player is better than that guy because he's technically better, and you press them, they will eventually come to say it only means dribbling, which is fake. It's not true. Even the best football coaches will never ever judge you on just your dribbling. If I'm a winger, and let's say every time I receive the ball from my fullback, I'm able to play a first touch cross beautifully to the back post, and my striker finishes it, right? Versus another winger who every time gets the ball can beat 3-4 man, but skies it after. Who's the coach most likely going to pick for that winger position? Right? He's going to pick the guy who's more effective because he has the technique to pick the pass. One second. My point is...
Technically, is not what the coach will pick. What the coach will pick is who's more efficient.
No, but that is technique. To be able to play a pass first time into the back post accurately 9 times. For example, what Declan Rice does from corner is technique. To be able to cross it with that level of accuracy again and again and again, and no other player is able to do it. That's technique. To be able to shoot the ball.
So you think Haaland's good technically?
In terms of finishing, maybe not in ball control, because I've seen him miscontrol. But in terms of finishing and shooting, 100% he's technically better than a lot of footballers. This is what people don't understand. Football is not just about who can dribble better. Some of the best players we talk about are not necessarily the best dribblers, or are not necessarily better the dribblers than like a Neymar or a Messi. But you'd still put them right up there.
I'll give you another example of a technically sound player, and yeah, I think you can agree with me, Ash. Andrea Pirlo.
Yeah, 100%. Andrea Pirlo is incredible with technique. Nobody will say, this guy's... Nobody will say Alan Sam Maxima is technically better than Pirlo because he can do things Pirlo cannot do with the ball. That's insane.
My problem with your argument is then everyone's good technically then.
No. When I say good technically, obviously, as a professional footballer, you have to be good technically. What I mean is who's better technically. I'm talking about a comparison. So when people say Hazard is better technically than Salah, I find that ridiculous. How could you say someone is technically better when the only thing he can do better than Salah is dribbling? That's it. Factually,
what about eye test? What about like...
that's dribbling. Eye test is dribbling because you're seeing someone nutmeg a player.
No, not only dribbling, but what about like ball control...
okay. Wait. Stop. Let's take it one at a time. No. Let's take it one at a time. Ball control. Start with that first. If your fullback plays a long diagonal ball all the way to Salah, and let's say another fullback plays a diagonal ball all the way to Hazard, right? Who do you think would be able to control it and bring it down under control better?
I think both have very good first.
Why? I've seen Salah a million times
because Hazard's got better
and bring it down, but I've not seen that. Hazard has amazing technique.
Hazard's got a better first touch.
How do you know that? Prove it to me. Because every time Salah gets a long ball,
everyone knows that.
No, how do you know that? When every time Salah gets a long ball, I've never seen him miscontrol it. He always brings it down to his feet. That's the ultimate footballing control. That's the ultimate control for football.
I get your point.
Salah never gets touches the ball and it goes 2 meters and he has to go chase it. He brings it down beautifully. How could people say Hazard is better at ball control? You said press resistant, for example. Every time I see Salah controlling the ball, he actually knows how to shield it really well. He might not do the nutmeg and the back heel and all. He actually shields it really well and then waits for the correct turn and starts moving. For
example, shooting is better. Salah is better than Hazard.
Salah is a better shooter. He's a better finisher. He's a better passer factually. Factually, he's a better passer because he creates more chances.
Kelly is also...
You know what I mean about...
I do believe that Salah is so good because he has also elite decisions.
That's what I'm saying. This is one of the things I said.
He makes it look very simple, but it's very effective. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And that's the thing with Hazard and with Salah is because Salah makes it look so simple that people automatically think that Hazard is technically the more sound player. Bro, Salah doesn't need to take those extra 3 steps to shoot the ball, for example.
To do something.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
A big example, guys. Big example. Who's the best dribbler of all time?
For me, Messi.
Ronaldinho?
It is Messi. No, it's not Ronaldinho. It's Messi.
No, Messi,
right?
Messi.
And if Messi is the greatest dribbler of all time, does Messi do step overs and rainbow flicks and the Doku's movements? Does he do any of that?
No.
Because he doesn't need to. The thing is with Messi, he reads the way the opponent is moving his body and he moves the other side. And because just like Doku and Neymar and some of these others, he has the agility, he times it well. He doesn't do step overs and Ronaldinho's flip snakes and all that stuff. And the croquet. I mean, he does croquetas, but he does it like smoothly. That's my point. A dribbler doesn't only. This is why I always laugh when people tell me Madueke is a better dribbler than Salah. Okay, how do you prove it? Well, he does like step overs. Okay, but Salah completes more dribbles per. Sorry, Saka completes more dribbles per game. So I don't give a shit if Madueke does than Madueke.
Okay,
Saka has more take-ons and a higher percentage of take-ons.
You know what I'm saying? This will be a discussion.
I think it's a good discussion. I think no. Honestly, I think he made
no.
It is
but
a nice
this
discussion.
But
Yeah.
no, but this will be a discussion until the end of time. You know what I'm saying? We will
Yeah,
still
sure,
have
sure.
Hazard versus Salah debates 10 years from now. That's never
No,
going to
but
stop.
TK,
You know what I'm saying? I think at the end of the day, it's a matter of preference. I think that's what I believe.
It's perfect, but TK, you also know what I mean when I say Ash makes very good points here, but you know what I mean when you watch two players and one just looks better on the eye. Like when I watch Doku, he just looks better than Martinelli. When I watch Yamal, he
dribbling
just
souls. Because of dribbling, there's nothing else.
And the way
they
dribbles.
dribble really nice, and if someone nutmegs another player, that looks beautiful. If someone does a snake and dribbles past someone, that looks beautiful. If someone
like Yamal, look at Yamal.
Exactly. So that's all dribbling. That's not anything else. That's not other football technique. That's one football technique, which is dribbling. That's it. That's what looks better on the eye.
Anyway, guys, we've
do the Cali Superman. He's bigging up everybody. Man.
We are gonna bring up Cali.
Big up Cali.
Big up.
Also consistent super chatter, bro. Big up Cali.
You understand?
Yeah.
Big up Cali.
Guna.
I do believe you were at Gunner Lounge the last show, so big up to you, bro. I wasn't there, I was there briefly. Yeah. Big up to you, Cali, bro. He says, big up to you guys for holding it down. Obviously, bro, you know what I'm saying? The show must go on. Saad is not here, but the show must go on at the end of the day.
What's the Guna Lounge?
That's why the level, the quality of football knowledge and discussions has gone up a level because Saad is...
No, the Guna Lounge is Saad's show on Monday, Souls.
Okay.
So yeah. Anyway, guys, we've spoken about Saliba's contract. Saka is apparently the next one on the list. I've seen news on... I think you know that yellow logo, the Transfer Live updates guy from Twitter. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about Saka being the next one in line to get to signing a contract. I don't think we have to we don't have to speak about this a lot because I think we all three expected this at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because I personally do not see Saka leaving this club in a very long time until he just cannot walk anymore because this guy has literally paid a big price with his right and left hamstring to play for this club. So I don't see him leaving this club at the end of the day.
Yeah, man, 300K. What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, also 300K is also a big part, yeah.
I ain't leaving for 300K, bro.
No, but
and that's also one of the reasons why Saliba signed as well, man, because I feel like he would have got a higher salary at Arsenal than Madrid.
Nah.
He got 250.
If Saliba waited until his contract was over, he would have gotten such a significant bonus.
Because he would have gone for free.
Yeah. Exactly. So he would have compensated with that. And also when you go to Real Madrid, you can win Champions Leagues, bro. So at the end of the day, you get bonuses from that as well. So it's not one of them where he just stays here because of the money. I do believe that he believes that we have one of the best squads in the league. We just need a good leader.
And he's part of it.
And he's part of it, yeah. We just need a good leader that can lead these guys to the promised land. And I do believe Saka thinks that as well. So that's why I do believe he resigns. So yeah, like I said, we don't have to stand still on the Saka conversation that much because we also have the predictions. We've spoken briefly about Port Vale at the beginning of the stream. We all mentioned how boring the game was, especially Souls.
I have nothing to say about it, I'll be honest.
Yes, but what I do want to ask is, what do you guys think of our next opponent in the next round, which is Brighton, the Seagulls?
It's going to be a tough one. I mean, Brighton is one of the teams that are playing very well this season. And you got to watch out for it. You cannot just play all, your I would say second players. You should have some sort of first team players to play against them. You cannot just downlook them like that.
Well, for Jari saying, sorry to stop you guys, but I'm getting triggered at the comments. Suarez is not better than Henry. Please, just stop. Saying that he won a World Cup means nothing.
He didn't win a World Cup, Suarez.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't. He won a Copa America where he was man of the match in the final.
Because
he meant Clubs World Cup, maybe.
If that was the case, I would have. Listen, if Uruguay won a, because he's Uruguayan. If Uruguay won a World Cup, I would have bantered Ashraf about it because Muslera would be a World Cup winner.
Last time they won it was 1950s, I think.
He would have to hold that. But anyway, guys, yeah, Brighton in the next round. You spoke, Sammy. You
Yeah,
say that
man.
we need to play our main players, basically.
Yeah, I think Arteta needs to win something, and yeah, I mean Brighton also wants to win something. I mean, if they have any chance of winning something, Brighton, that will be the domestic cups. I don't think they have a chance in the league. So, if I were
Yeah.
Brighton, I would play my strong players in the domestic cups, and I think Arsenal should have that kind of respect towards Brighton because they're one of the good teams in the Premier League across the past years.
Last time we played them in the Carabao Cup, they ended up knocking us out. So it is.
There you go.
Yeah, they're a very, very difficult team to play against, obviously. So we have to watch out.
But at least it's at home, so.
Last time they knocked us out, also we were at home, if I'm not wrong.
Oh my god.
They won 3-1. I think Nketiah scored for us. The funny thing is they didn't broadcast that game at all. That game was not on TV anywhere in the world, so you could not watch it unless you're at the stadium. But yeah, look, they are a good team. They're a very good team. They'll probably take the Carabao Cup seriously. If we start a team similar to what we started this last game and they start a very good team, I am worried of how the game could go. I am going to say this, guys. I don't care if I'm called someone with a loser mindset or whatever. I never ever gave a shit about the League Cup. Like, if we get knocked out, I wouldn't even like. I care about the performance. Don't get me wrong. I want us to play well. I want us to. I want the players
Ash
who are on
won
the
it a
bench
lot
to
of
try.
times. That's why he's fed up of winning it. That's why he doesn't.
No,
care anymore.
because for me, I don't
Well,
I don't want to spend all that money. I don't want us to spend all that money on the players we did to just win a Carabao Cup. And the reality of the Carabao Cup is, I care about the FA Cup. You know why?
Ash,
Because
I don't think you're in a position to choose what trophy you won. I don't think.
No, I am in a position to choose. I'll tell you why. Because
you're not.
the Carabao Cup is an additional cup. It's not the main cup.
Exactly.
That's fine.
You know,
that's
the winner,
fine. But it's a
the winner
major.
of the
It's a
Carabao
major.
Cup
It's a
gets
major trophy.
£100,000.
It's a
Bro,
no problem.
Gives a shit.
It's
if they
it's
introduce a new major trophy tomorrow,
look,
called the Cuckoo Cup, are we gonna celebrate that as well? Who gives a shit, bro? Like, these are additional cups that if we win it, I'll celebrate. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
If we win,
It
I'll
should be
celebrate.
extra.
Don't get me wrong, but
It should be extra. If
should
you
be
look at how
extra,
much, if you look at how much we spent, the ambition that we've shown by bringing in a proper sporting director, by finally having an owner who's been more involved, especially this beginning of this transfer window and the season as well. I do believe we need to reward that with more than a League Cup. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe that they think that as well, because you cannot wait 6 years after you won an FA Cup to win a League Cup and then be satisfied with it. That would just
what you want to call it, the elite club? Elite Cup?
No, but that's literally you. No, but that's literally you going to a 5-star restaurant. Yeah, you gathered all of this money. You've brought the family. You got a new haircut. You bought a new car, and you go to this 5-star restaurant and you say, "I'll take the rice and that's it. I don't need protein. I don't need all of that good stuff. I don't even need drinks. Just give me rice." You know what I'm saying? That's what I see with the League Cup. Yes, I would love a League Cup, but League Cup is just a side to the main dish that we are not ordering after spending all of this money, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
I'm eating the whole goddamn table, man. I ain't enough with the dessert or the main dish or I need everything. But for you to sit here and tell me I don't need the cider, nah, man, you need the cider. You need the cider as well. We are that. Of course, I want to win the league and the Champions League. I'm not saying we should have this as a priority, but every trophy should be a priority for Arsenal at this moment. This is where I don't agree with Ash Stan saying, I mean, he doesn't really care much about it, but I think he should care about a cup that is rated in England. Yes, England is probably the only country in the world with two domestic cups. Yes, it's a bit odd compared to. Okay, and France as well. But what I'm saying is, it is a cup that is counted in your major trophies. And when you come and compare yourself with any other team and you count your major trophies, one of them is the Carabao Cup. You cannot deny that.
Yeah, but I know for me it doesn't really matter because the reality is it's an additional cup. The winner gets £100,000, which is why even clubs don't take it that seriously. It's
because of the prize pool. Is that why? No.
I'm giving you a reason why the clubs don't take it seriously, right? That's why the clubs don't take it seriously. I don't take it seriously because I think it's just an additional cup that they have just added for the sake of it. I mean, I don't know what history is there behind it. I've not gone that deep to investigate and all that stuff. But the FA Cup is one I'd be really mad and pissed off if we get knocked out. Because
but Guardiola won it like four seasons in a row before he started winning.
How's that relevant? Why does that matter?
because it kind of infuses winning mentality.
Listen, Sammy. You know, I mostly agree with you, but this time I will disagree with you. Pep started off his career by winning a few Carabao Cups. He did not wait 6 years after building a team, spending all of that money, and then win a Carabao Cup. That's not what he did.
I understand. The scenarios are different. The scenarios are different.
He literally said, I need to build this team first. So let's win League Cups, get the taste of winning first as a team, and then we can go out. But
you didn't win shit, T. I'd rather win stuff than not winning stuff and then demand to have a Champions League.
The thing is, I would like I said, a League Cup would be nice, but that should not be the end of be all. Like I said, it's just rice.
It shouldn't.
We need more than rice. We need protein.
I'm not disagreeing there. I'm not disagreeing. But I'm disagreeing with Ash is you should aim to win everything. That's it.
I mean, yeah.
No, I'm not, bro. I'm not saying go win everything.
What we built the squad for. We should be able to win this League Cup with Hincapié, Mosquera, one of the main defenders if you want to play them,
and Ben White. We should be able to do that. We think those are good squad depth. We think those players are really good, right?
Yeah.
Hincapié, Mosquera, or Madueke, like those are the backup players. If those are the backup players, which is better than any backup players in any other teams, then I think you should go for it. But anyways,
let's go. I'm not saying we can go win it all we want. I just don't. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, listen. This is just misconstruing what we are saying. Okay, we are saying win the League Cup, but we are saying do not only win the League Cup. Only the League Cup should not be enough for the process that we've endured for the last 6 years, spending almost £1 billion. You know what I'm saying? And then say, you know what? Let's win the League Cup and khalas. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be the mindset, bro.
But you know what's good about it ends early in the season. I mean, what is it? March, I think, or Feb? I'm not sure when is the final.
The final is March.
March. So let's say in March you win it, and you are, let's say, in a title challenge with Liverpool and City and all that, and you are in the semifinals and then in the 16th round of the Champions League, and you win something. That's a huge boost in your confidence and morale. I mean, it kind of gives you the momentum to say, okay, I won a cup, I want to go win more. I mean, it shouldn't stop there. I agree with you. That shouldn't be our aim, just to win the Carabao Cup. We need to go for.
I mean, it's been proven that it hasn't done anything for us, because under Wenger, we won the FA Cup in 2014. We won it again in 2015. We won it in 2017. So 3 in 4 years, and we failed. We actually got worse in the league. It didn't motivate any player to do anything.
Yeah, but
even though at that time, some people had us
right?
as favorites to win it.
But Ashraf, we cannot.
Yeah, but we won multiple, Sami. We didn't win one. We won 2014, 2015, 2017, and some people were having us as favorites to win the league because the team was that good. We had Cazorla and Alexis Sanchez and Ozil and all these guys.
We were supposed to win the Leicester season. We were supposed to win the Leicester season.
But that's my point. The players still got demotivated. The players still fell off. The players still go garbage. The players still... We got so bad that we dropped out of the top 4 for the first time ever under Arsene Wenger, and 2 years later, he got sacked. Like, it got bad. Yeah. Even though we won the cups. That doesn't mean I don't want us to win the cups. I'm just saying there's no correlation with winning the cup and actually winning the big stuff, which is the league and the Champions League. The biggest proof is Newcastle will never ever step up from the Carabao Cup now to go win the league this season. It's not going to happen. They probably will get worse this season.
And also, bigger picture, Sammy, also think about this. Imagine we win the League Cup and then the board says, you know what, that's good enough. And then
exactly,
what are we going to do? Are we going to keep winning League Cups and do the
bare
minimum?
Believe that you really believe that will be their stance?
No, but listen, it doesn't matter what I believe. It could happen.
I do.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, I said this earlier. If you remember at the start of the show, I said if we win the FA Cup, imagine at the end. By the way, I still want us to win the FA Cup. I don't care if that happens, but I'm just saying this is the worst case scenario. If we win the FA Cup at the end of the season, or even the League Cup for that matter, there's a very good chance that a lot of fans will be like, well, he's delivered a trophy. Yeah, we sucked in the Champions League and Premier League, but guys, he's delivered a trophy. A lot of fans will back him.
You want the trophy, you got a trophy.
And the board, because the board listens to these things and they won't feel that pressure from the fans, the board might say, well, look, we're starting to win things, so let's keep him one more year. That's another 1 year wasted of us not winning.
This is where I go back to what I said earlier, Ash, is when you set a KPI and you say, hey, I need the league. I don't want an FA Cup. I don't want a Carabao. I don't care if you win it as a.
I agree.
I mean, as a CEO.
But do you think they did that? Do you think they did that though?
Well, if not, then they're frauds. Then I want them out as well. I mean,
I really doubted that. I'm pretty sure.
this is the message where the leadership should cascade below
Okay,
them and say,
and
"This is
let
what
me
we need."
ask you this, Sami. Yeah, imagine there's a guarantee that Arteta would be sacked if he doesn't win the league, Champions League.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And no, but no, my bad. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to
Right.
say is, we want him to win a major at the end of the day. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
the end goal. Yeah, that's the main goal. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
If this board, after spending all of this, doing bringing in Bertrand, doing all of this, and then saying, you know what, a Carabao Cup is enough for us. You know what I'm saying? That could be very detrimental to the future of this club. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need these guys to be on it and saying, you know what, bro, you won an FA Cup. You cannot bring me a worse cup after 6 years and then expect here to stay. We need this board to think, you know what, bro, we only want the big things at the end of the day. So for me, even a cup double is not enough for this guy to stay.
Yeah, I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. And
It's
T,
not.
this is the thing. When you are investing 1 billion plus on a team, and you are going and you're sending the message of the phases and all that crap, and you're expecting an ROI, a certain ROI, which is a return of investment. It should be the league or the Champions League. And if that's not the case, then you're a fraud as well. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you know?
just to give my quick input on the cup. So look, I believe that we shouldn't be turning down any trophies. I also agree that it can't be a replacement for a big trophy. It can be an addition and not a replacement. If it's an addition to a trophy, I don't mind us winning it. I want us to go for every single trophy there is possible, because beggars can't be choosers at this point. We haven't won nothing, so we can't be selective. People that are selective about things have things in the trophy cabinet to be selective about. Somebody without trophies in their cabinet can't be deciding what to win. But I also understand Ash's point, which is that
to lower our standards.
Yeah, we don't need to obviously think that this could be a replacement, and that's it. To be honest, like at the end of the day, I think Arteta himself knows that he needs to win the Prem or Champs. Everyone around us knows that, so we need to win that essentially. I do also agree that if he wins the League Cup or FA Cup, there are going to be a large group of fans that are going to back him for that and say, well, he's won something now, so let's give him another year.
Let's go for the prediction. Man.
Let's move on.
Ashraf, pull up the spreadsheet, brother.
I'm trying to drag it away because, man, I'm last probably in that prediction shit, bro. As much as
are you actually lost?
So sorry.
I think so.
Bro,
last time I checked,
I haven't seen the sheet in time, bro.
Bro, I am so sorry, Sami, but this might look techie for you. I'm gonna bring it up anyways.
Ashraf's got the UK slang on lock, boy. Man said techie.
Hey man, like you said, Ash, this is not a sprint; it's a marathon, right?
Ashraf, you're chilling with too many. Ashraf, you're chilling with too many Londoners, man. You're chilling with too many Londoners.
I am. That's true.
Techie is a UK word, boy.
But yeah, guys, I went from being dead last to just 3 points behind the leader, who's currently Souls. Let me zoom in a bit more.
Oh shit! Shit!
Yeah. Souls ended up. Sorry.
How? I was third.
Zoom out a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. So he ended up. I was leading, but then he ended up catching up, and T also got 3 points in one of them, if I'm not wrong, which narrowed down the gap. So I'm gonna walk you guys through it. So for this last week, I had the most points in 10. Where is it? So you can see I've had 10 points. I got 3 correct predictions, 3 correct scores predictions, and 1 correct outcome. Unfortunately for me, T got 1. Sorry, not 2. T got 1 correct prediction, which was the West Ham Crystal Palace game, and Souls got 2 correct predictions, which were the Man United Chelsea game, which was lucky because of the red card, obviously, and then Sunderland Aston Villa as well.
You lot slept on the United prediction. I told you lot, like, bro.
But yeah, the fraud sad who chatted a lot of this is why he's not here today, guys. That's the actual truth, because he's escaping his cooking.
This is the actual
reason.
He
knew he's gonna get cooked and slapped. That's why. Okay, that's why he's not here. But anyways,
I'll cook him anyway. Not even about this. The big fat tubby no language speaking Moroccan with toilet tissue on top of his cupboard.
No,
Dusty turtle frog. Look at you, you fraud. You know nothing about football. Look at you. Instead of packing, how about you pack your football knowledge up and go and learn some and go and watch some actual football? You dusty you.
Being cooked in his own channel without being in here. That's
yeah, crazy.
that's next
Cool,
level.
man.
He cannot even defend himself, bro.
Yeah, I can't lie. Getting cooked on your own channel is crazy, and you're not even there. That's my game.
Bro, imagine getting your chain snatched and then slapped in your face with it. You know, so it's one of them.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is insane. But cool, guys. Let's get the predictions on then. Let me just change this. I don't know why.
And by the way, I will
Let's
make a
change
comeback and be first again. You know what I'm saying? Trust me on that one, bro.
To be fair, I've been good.
Hey,
I've been
listen.
good so far, man. I'm predicting right every time, bro. I've got a lot of pressure now. I need to maintain this because remember,
Every time you got two
Ash
correct.
used to-
Relax.
Bro, Ash used to slander me and say, "Oh, I don't know ball." Blah blah. I'm predicting everything correct now, bro. You know what I mean?
You got 2 out of 10. Don't say
No,
everything.
no. I'm saying since we started, bro. I'm top. What do you mean? I predicted more than everyone else, so you can't.
I think you're
can't
also
tell me.
leading in the
Yeah, why for that, bro?
Fantasy Premier League. Are you leading in Fantasy
Yeah,
Premier
correct.
League or am I bugging?
Correct. Yes, correct. I'm top of the fantasy league.
Wait. Let me check.
Bro, I haven't.
No, you're
looked
not.
at
Why are
my
you
fantasy-
lying? Why are you lying, you fraud? I just checked. It's
Why? Who's
Haytham.
first?
Big up
No,
Haytham.
we're
Haytham,
not.
the
We're not
Barcelona
counting.
fan.
We're not counting Haytham. We're not counting Haytham. We're
Haytham, the
counting-
Barcelona fan, is currently top with
Who's
325
that?
points.
Wait, who's Haytham? Wait, who's Haytham?
By the way,
who's that?
This last week, I had the highest points, the highest game week points. I had 63.
But I'm sorry.
That-
Who's Haytham though?
He's someone who comes in the comments. He's a Barcelona fan. And then someone named Ibn Adam, Mo with the flow. I don't know who that is.
Ibn who?
second with 318. Ibn Adam.
What?
Ibn Adam means son of Adam. And then
Adam.
third we've got the team called the Gabbies. The Gabbies. The guy's name is Gabriel Jean or Gabriel Jean.
Don't come
Ah.
on Sad's channel. Don't come on Sad's channel and start naming these random ass people. Who the hell
That's
is
his
Ibn
name.
Adam?
That's the name he put. What am I supposed to do?
Bro, it's because you said.
Wait,
it
let me
instead of
read.
proper-
Let me read the top 10. Let me
you
read
put
the
it in
top 10.
Arabic way. Ibn Adam. Like, bro, who's that, bro?
That's literally how it's written. It's written Ibn Adam. Anyways, so first place we've got Gladiators, which is Haytham. Second is Mo with the Flow, which is Ibn Adam. Third is the Gabbies, which is Gabriel Jean or Gabriel Jean. I don't know how he pronounces it. Then fourth, you've got Egg Yokes, Sam Anthony.
Where am I?
Big up Sam. Wait. And then fifth, we've got Souls with
Yes.
297 points. And sixth,
Correct.
we've got Harteta Out. Or Harteta Out, which is Ashraf Marghani, my team, with 282. I'm only like 16 points behind you, but 15 points behind you. And then you've got Kevin Jimenez in seventh, TK in eighth.
Register Kev is above me, bro.
Register Kev is above you, bro. And then you've got Farhan Sheikh in ninth, Yash
Oh, here
Patel
we
in
go
10th.
again.
Wait, we've only got 5
What
names
was that
left.
name before?
Relax.
What was that name before? What was that name before?
Yash Patel,
No, the one before that.
Farhan Sheikh. What's wrong? That's a very normal name. What's wrong with that?
Bro, why do you keep coming out with these proper Arabic names? I don't know where you getting these names from. These all
His
sound
name
like
is Farhan
these
Sheikh. What am I supposed to do?
these all sound like Sammy's cousins, bro. I don't know what's going on here. Like, what do you mean?
Anyways, and then 11th.
Nah, man, listen,
11th
I
is
don't play in
Sean
Division 2.
Fonseca.
I only play in Division 1, you know.
Yeah,
11th is Sean Fonseca. 12th is Saad. Saad, the fraud, is 12th, by the way.
Such a fraud.
Okay,
bro, this guy.
so he's the worst
Next
amongst
level
all of
fraud.
us. And then you've got Ilyas Guenoni. Ilyas, that's CFC Ilyas. Big up Ilyas.
Wow.
Ilyas Guenoni. And
Think-
then
thinker and looker,
David. Yeah, David
Bro,
Onwa.
stop. This guy's doing the whole thing, bro. What's going on?
There's
Stop
3
now.
more names, bitch. Wait, 3 more names.
Oh my god.
Bitch.
Man, who gives a
Gakpo.
shit, bro?
No one cares.
Son and Guru. In that, by the way, Guru match day is that V.
This guy.
Yeah, that's
thinks
me.
he's-
That's me. That's me.
Oh my! V is dead last.
This guy
Stinky
thinks
dead last.
this guy think he works for
Absolute
BN Sports.
stinker
Alright,
as
first
well.
of all, I need to respond to a few comments. First of all, to hear Ibn Muhammad, whatever the hell your name is. First of all,
Bro, stop
First of
saying
all,
Ibn, bro.
don't talk about anything.
Are you
to do
talking
with-
about? Are you talking about
Sam-
Mustafa in the comments? Mustafa. Ah, big up
I don't
Staffy.
Yeah,
know. I don't know
look
who
at this
that
guy,
is.
bro. Look at this guy, bro.
I'm saying.
Look at this guy.
And you know why he didn't mention Sammy? Because he doesn't know Sammy's name. Otherwise, he would have said Sammy Hype as well.
Yeah.
Know the
what
panelist's name,
I
Staffy.
say, what I
Have
say
some
for-
shame. We know you're a
first of all,
celebrity now.
He's not even spelling Ashraf correctly, bro. You know what I'm saying? Look at him.
Well,
Sad,
actually, technically, he's spelling it as per my passport because the Moroccan
Sad,
passport.
Sad,
is
hold
spelled
Oh,
on,
out.
wallah, this is correct? Oh.
Yeah,
According to the
Sad
Moroccan
is
passport.
Sad is part of my
Sammy
family, so it's all love between us. He talks even worse about me when he speaks about me. It's all love, so you don't start bringing up relatives and all that. That's number one. Second of all, is souls, SOLZ, not SULZ, SOLZ. There's any other souls I don't know about them. And big up Staffy as well. You're meant to come on the.
Don't say big up Staffy. He said hype. He said Soul's hype.
No.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
And he
why.
misspelled your name.
I'll tell you why I'm going to call him a fraud, because he was meant to come on Thursday and he didn't come. He backed out last minute like the fraud that
He
he
saw
is.
you and ducked the smoke. He saw you and he
Yeah.
said, I want to duck the smoke.
But big up Staffy. No,
That's
but big
right,
up Staffy. Because every time I've been on a stream with him, he's actually knowledgeable and he's actually like.
He is.
He's
Yeah.
not-
He's
he's
one of the
not-
few
he's
guys on the YouTube
Exactly.
continent that knows
Yeah,
ball.
I rate him. I rate his ball knowledge, so I'm not going to style him.
He
But-
waffles about Bruno Fernandes, but everything else is spot on.
Yeah.
He has to be. I mean, he's a Manchester United fan. I mean,
Staffy
But I like
hype.
his take.
Staffy hype, you know what I'm saying? Staffy
yeah,
hype.
Staffy hype.
But cool, guys. Let's do the Brentford. Just speaking about Staffy, let's do the Brentford Man United predictions. Will they
Yeah,
get
hurry
their
up, I need
first
to- I need to dip.
back-to-back win? This will be the first back-to-back win, or they don't. Like, so what do you guys think? How will we finish the predictions and then leave?
Brentford, Man
So
United.
I'm gonna ask Staffy
going-
for this. Staffy, you think you're gonna win versus Brentford for the first time
Bro, I
back to
really-
back?
I'm pretty sure he's in.
I'm going. Ashraf, I'm going 1-1. Hurry up, put it in.
Come on, Staffy. Come on, be real.
Dumo
man.
Derby, huh?
1-1, he says. Okay, and I'm saying,
I think it's
you know what?
gonna be a
I still
draw
don't
as
think
well.
they get. Yeah, I think it'll be a 0-0 draw. Honestly,
What? No goals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that happen. I can see that happening, to be fair.
Sammy.
All right, I'll go with Staffy. 2-1. I'm backing you, Staffy. Don't be a fraud. You know,
No,
No,
Ashraf.
2-1.
you
He said
donkey.
2-1
2-1
United.
to Man United.
2-1 United. 2-1 United, bro.
He said 2-1 United.
Bro, I'm so used to putting 2-1 against the United. It's okay, fair enough, Sammy. Your funeral. Your funeral.
I will
E.
say 2-1, maybe 2-2. Nah, 2-1 Brentford. I'll go with the Brentford win.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Cool. Crystal Palace, Liverpool. I'm
I'll
gonna
have faith,
go-
Staffy. I'll have faith.
I actually said that I don't think Liverpool win this game. Bro, I didn't know Crystal Palace were
Don't mind.
undefeated
2-2.
for 17 games.
2-2 for me.
17 games. 2-2 for Sammy.
I'm gonna go with what I want to happen and not what I think will happen. I think Liverpool will win, but I'm gonna go with what I want to happen, so I don't jinx it. I'm gonna go with 1-1.
Oh, if you should want Crystal Palace to win. Why do you want a draw?
Because
Sorry,
I'm not gonna be stupid. Palace are not gonna win.
Yeah, I don't think they win. I agree. I'll say 1-1 as well. Actually, I say
Yeah,
2-2.
same.
Repeat of the Community Shield.
Nah, yeah. You know what it is? Liverpool score more goals than one. Just
No,
one
and you know
goal,
what the
so-
funny thing is? I think Crystal Palace scored 2 goals and are winning 2-0, and then Liverpool scored 2 goals and they come back. As they always do.
Yeah, you know what? You convinced me. Do 2-2 for me as well.
Okay, there you go. There you go. I see. I'm a good debater. Chelsea, Brighton. Oh, Brighton usually are a tough team for Chelsea, but it is at the Bridge. Last season they won 4-3.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Chelsea.
I don't think Brighton will be that open again this season, so I'm gonna say. I think Chelsea will finally. Actually, you know what? No, I'll say they continue their bad results. 1-1.
I don't want to speak about this. I have no comment.
2-1
about
Chelsea.
this. We're gonna get
2-1
smoked.
Chelsea.
That's all I'm saying.
T.
Yeah, Ashraf, you're low-key spitting, bro. There, I don't know,
I can
don't
see
know.
it, bro. I can see it.
but I do believe that they will clutch this game. I think it will be 2-1 Chelsea.
Fairs. Man City burn. Oh, bro, this should be an easy 4-0.
Well, Latif. 4-0. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think 3-0.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 3-1.
Yeah, same. I was thinking the same. City will concede one at least in this game.
Fair enough. Leeds, Bournemouth. Oh, that's a difficult game, but Leeds have done well in some games here. Didn't they win 3-0 in the Carabao Cup against
I'm gonna
Wolves?
go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 3. I'm gonna go 3-1 Bournemouth.
Or is that the league? You're gonna go 3-1 Bournemouth. So
No, actually, sorry. I'm gonna go 1-1.
what
I'll
a
go
change.
2-1, 2-1 Bournemouth.
Sami.
Same 2-1 Bournemouth, I think.
1-2.
I'm gonna say
وياه اخوي وياه.
2-1 Leeds win. Forest, Sunderland. Ooh, Forest have not had a single win under Ange. I'll
I'm gonna go.
say 1-1.
2-1.
It's the same. I'm gonna go
Forest?
2-1 Forest. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go 2-1 Forest.
So the first and Postecoglou win, huh?
Yeah.
I'll go 1-1 as well. I am a honorary Sunderland fan this season, so yeah, I'll back Sunderland.
This is sad if sad.
First, Spurs and Wolves. This should be an easy win for Spurs.
3-0. 3-0.
3-0. Yeah, I'll probably
Actually,
say 3-0 as well.
Yeah, 3-0. Yeah.
Yeah, 3-0.
Sami.
What was this?
Actually, I'm gonna go 2-0 Ash.
3-1 Spurs.
Aston Villa, Fulham. I think the floodgates will open now for Villa, so I'll say 3-1 Villa. 3-2 Villa.
Why do you think?
Actually, no, Villa don't concede that much, so 2-1 Villa.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2-1 as well.
I'm gonna go 1-1.
Bro, Villa are absolute shit, bro. You know
They
what I'm
are.
saying?
They won the Europa League, no? They won the Europa League game?
Yeah. John McGinn
Yeah.
scored. Yeah. They were actually
You
good
know-
that game as well.
You know, I low-key think Souls is spitting, bro. I think this will be a draw. I think this will be 1-1, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
TK's copying bare my predictions. Boy.
Okay, so
Yeah,
T
bro,
can go
yeah,
first
of
now.
course.
Fair. If that's what you think, T can go
This
first
guy,
now.
bro.
T, the big one. Newcastle Arsenal.
You know what it is? This is a tough one because I don't believe we'll win this. I don't know why,
Yeah,
but
same.
I just don't believe we'll win this. So I
You know,
gonna
funny
start
thing is
with
we
me.
didn't discuss. We didn't discuss the Newcastle game, so maybe we can. Everyone can give your thoughts on the game quickly and then give the prediction. So T start.
The thing is, it all depends on how Woltemade will show up. Because if Woltemade plays poorly, for example, I don't see them scoring goals against us. Because I do believe that they haven't scored a lot of goals since the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
How many did they score, Ashraf?
I can check right now because I know they scored one against Wolves. They scored one against Villa.
Yeah, but it's not a lot as far as I know.
2 against Liverpool. Yeah, I think it's 4 or 5. Where is it?
So, unless Woltemade decides to show up and actually cause problems in our defense, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, they scored 3 goals all season.
Yeah, there you go.
And 2
There you
of
go.
them were against Liverpool. So actually, they didn't score against Villa. It was 0-0.
There you go. So,
Sheesh.
with our defense and with Woltemade being a question mark and us probably setting up defensively, because if we play Eze in the 10, I will be way more confident than if we play the midfield that Arteta played in the last 2 games, which is Merino, Rice, and Ødegaard. Merino, Rice, and Zubamendi. You know what I'm saying? If we play that midfield, it's going to be a draw 100%. You know what I'm saying? And it's a coin flip. It all depends on Arteta. So at this moment in time, I do believe that if we play that midfield, which I do believe that he will play, then it will be a 1-1 at the end. So yeah, you know, I want to say 2-1 Arsenal so bad, but I'm going to say 1-1 because I don't believe win this because Arteta will set up defensively, bro.
2-1 Arsenal. 2-1 Arsenal. I think it's a must-win. It's going to come down to whether Arteta plays defensive or attacking, but I'm going to hope he plays attacking. 2-1 Arsenal.
Fair,
Same
sounds
here,
great.
2-1 Arsenal, because like T said, it's going to depend on Arteta and the lineup, to be honest. But to be fair, even if he goes with this defensive lineup and he changes quickly and throw the kitchen sink like he did with Man City, I think we can nick something from Newcastle. I mean, compared to City. So 2-1 for me.
Yeah, look, I don't see us losing because Newcastle have been quite bad this season. I wouldn't be shocked if we do lose, but I think it's the least probable scenario. But I also don't think winning is the most probable scenario, just because I do think he starts a bad midfield. If he starts a good midfield, like say Rice Mendy and then either Eze or Odegaard or Waneri, I think we definitely win that game, 100%. But I don't think he does that, so I'm gonna go with a 1-1 draw. Cool. And I think we score late as well. I think they score first, they're winning 1-0, and then we equalize later.
Just like the
Everton,
game,
Everton, West Ham, Everton, West Ham going 2-1 Everton.
Yeah,
I think
same.
this is an Everton. I think 2-0 Everton.
Yeah, TK's on mind games.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, yeah, 3.
I also want to
3-1.
say there's a new song. There's a new song that I keep hearing and it's got Ashraf's name in it. I don't know if you guys have heard it. When he goes, "Ahla lini, ahla nas, ahla lini, ahla nas, ahla lini, ahla nas," and he goes, "Habibi ma tansani, Ashraf al-Margani, yalla habibi." Wow.
Don't ever
Have you
say
heard
that.
it?
Bro,
That's
even in songs, he hates your name, Ashraf, bro.
No, but Ash, have you heard the song? Honestly, you don't heard it.
Anyways,
Anyway,
guys,
people,
so T, go ahead.
this was today's episode of the Kora Pod, episode 49. You know what I'm saying? This was without Saad. He will be back next time, people. So make sure to tune in next Friday.
This is a special number, T. You know why?
Why?
Invincible.
You don't know.
Oh yeah, bro. Yes, 49, Lewis Skelly. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, no, just kidding. Undefeated. But yes, people, this was the Kora Pod for today. Make sure to put your predictions in the comments as well after the show. If you watch the show afterwards, after the live stream, make sure to put your predictions in the comments as well. We'll be back next Friday as per usual. Saad will be back then as well, hopefully. Big up this fraud for showing up late. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the show, this fraud. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Do you guys have last words before we sign off, guys?
No, nothing.
No.
Don't forget to
Peace
like
out.
and subscribe, guys.
Yep.
And yeah,
Yes.
hopefully Crystal Palace get a big win tomorrow.
Inshallah. Make sure to subscribe to all of the guys' channels as well on the panel. You know what I'm saying? Football Rig, Souls is on every channel. Apart, he doesn't have his own channel. And Ashraf Talks Football, obviously, and my channel, TK Football. Anyway, people, we're out, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.
Cheers.